So, you've saved enough money to start your own business. This has been on your mind for so long, and now you're ready to quit your job and jump ship into the flashy world of entrepreneurship. You've seen millionaires and billionaires entrepreneurs on the covers of magazines, and you can't wait to be on the magazine covers too. Those interviews and brunches with politicians? Entrepreneurship is very good. Wait, do you have an idea of the business you're going to start? Are you going to start a pizza shop? Is that going to make you rich? Well, let's ask our rich dad. Mr. Kiyosaki, this guy wants to start a pizza shop. What can you advise him?
Most guys are small business guys, they're not entrepreneurs. You know, they open a pizza shop to make money and they get stuck in that pizza shop forever. You know, Like, well, that's not me.
I bet you too don't want to get stuck in a pizza shop forever. What do you do then? I think I know someone who can help us figure this out. He co-founded Paper and successfully sold it to eBay for $1.5 billion. He is the first outside investor in Facebook, and his latest company, Palantir, helped find Bin Laden. Uncle Pete, any advice on the business this guy can start?
If you're a founder or an entrepreneur, you should always aim to build a monopoly.
A monopoly? Come on! Where can I find the money to build a big company like that? Let's say I get the money. Which market can I monopolize? It's clear. All the markets are taken. Aren't monopolies bad for our economy? Don't panic. This video is going to answer all those questions. This is the art of building billion-dollar companies. Stay with me. Humans are created to follow the crowd, to try to fit or blend in. This is why most people think that business is all about competition. Your neighbor started a restaurant? Do the same and make sure you choose a catchy and memorable name than his. Is gaming the new trend? You need to build a gaming platform too. All you have to do is to copy the most used gaming platform and add some cool features. The sad news is that even though this is how most people find business ideas, this way doesn't work. How do great entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Peter Thiel find the best business ideas that become the foundation of their billion-dollar companies? They bet on the contrarian truth.
Doesn't look like anything else.
We're going to reinvent the phone.
They think differently.
Now, we're going to start.
Back to you. You may be thinking right now that thinking differently is for the smartest people, that you are not born with that kind of intelligence. Wrong. You can do it too. Think about this. What important truth do very few people agree with you on? Something that you believe to be true that very few other people would agree with. You may come up with many answers, but when it comes to business, the following is what Peter Thiel thinks is the best contrarian truth. Most people think the future of the world will be defined by globalization, but the truth is that technology matters more. If you want to build a big and better business in this century, bet on technology. But pay attention to this. Don't copy and paste what worked elsewhere in the world to your local area. Create something new, not just a mere improvement to existing product. Your product must have the potential to scale worldwide. That is Tesla introducing electric cars, Apple introducing smartphones, and Uber disrupting the taxi business. What if you don't want to bet your business on a contrarian truth, or you can't find a business idea based on a contrarian truth? Well, that's a fast track to bankruptcy. Your company is going to be a copycat of hundreds of companies that came before you. You are going to compete with them, and my friend, believe me, they are going to crush you. The common denominator of failed companies is the lack of ability to escape competition. Avoid competition at all costs. Be crazy enough to bet your business on a contrarian truth. Do not take this too far though. Bet your business on a contrarian truth whose time has come. Elizabeth Holmes founded Theranos. She claimed to have devised blood tests that require only very small amount of blood and could perform very rapidly using small automated devices the company has developed. It sounded like a breakthrough. Did it work? No. Is she still a billionaire? Nope. In June 2018, a federal grand jury indicted Holmes and former Theranos chief operating officer Ramesh Barwani on 9 counts of wire fraud and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud for disputing blood tests with falsified results to consumers. A trial is set to begin in March 2021.
I don't know specifically. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly. I just don't know.
Did you learn a lesson? Bet on a contrarian truth whose time has come. Now you've got $1 billion idea. How do you start? Follow the following path carefully, because ideas are worthless. Executing them is what matters. When Jeff Bezos started Amazon, he had an idea of creating an everything store. But he started by building an online book-selling website and dominated that niche. This was a great niche and a great market to dominate because books are easy to ship and book readers have disposable income for future goods. That's what you need to do too. Niche down. Choose a specific people group with a specific age to start as your customer. This will help you test your business idea in the shortest amount of time with the smallest amount of resources. Is your new idea a new video app? Choose a small number of content creators to be your early adopters and test your product on them. Whichever business you start, don't try to get 1% of $1 billion market. Instead, try to get 80% of $1 million market. Make sure you implement this part as quick as possible. Starting a business is a race against running out of funds, and no investor wants to talk to you until you pass this stage. And if he does invest in your company at this early stage, he will take a large chunk of your business. Be wise. Prove your concept very fast. The concept is proven now. You have very satisfied early adopting customers. What do you do next? Like Waldo once said, we aim above the mark to hit the mark. If you want to build a big company, this is what you need to do now. Aim at building a monopoly from day one. But monopolies aren't bad. Business-wise, I don't think so. Don't be a monopoly that bullies their competitors and take advantage of the customers. Don't be evil. Are you thinking of Google right now? Do you think Google would pursue projects like free internet, Google Maps, or self-driving cars if they weren't a monopoly? Being a monopoly allows a company to make so much profit and do good for society. So, how do you build a monopoly? You can do it in 2 ways: by dominating an already existing industry, or creating a new industry and dominating it. Trust me, the first one is the easiest. If you want to build your monopoly by creating an entirely new industry, I recommend the book Play Bigger by Al Lamadhan and Dave Peterson. It will teach you how to create a new product category, hence a new market, and dominate that market. That is beyond the scope of this video. If you want to dominate an existing market, the following are the ways you can achieve it. Brand association. Think of a fund that makes you look cool, rich, and fashionable. What brand does your mind recall first? Probably Apple iPhone. It's very tough for other brands to compete with Apple. If you want to build a monopoly, make sure people will recall your company or your product first, and if possible, make sure they don't recall any of your competition at all. Proprietary technology. Which search engine are you using today? Let me guess. Google? Why do you and most other internet users use Google over Bing or other search engines? It's because you believe Google search results are the best. Google made sure their algorithms are way better than their foreign competition and no one can copy their technology. That is the power of proprietary technology. Network effect. Remember the first time you used Instagram? Why did you use it? Because most of your friends were using it. Why do you use it today? To know what your friends are up to and to keep up with trends, right? It's very unlikely for a new app to dominate Facebook or Instagram because people are unlikely to switch to a new platform, leaving their friends on Facebook or Instagram. Economies of scale. Economies of scale are achieved when increasing the scale of production decreases long-term average costs. In other words, the cost of production per unit decreases as a company produces more units. This is because fixed costs such as administration, rent, and the like are distributed across a high number of production units. Is your business a piece of software? Once it's ready, you can sell it to anyone from anywhere in the world with no or a zero increase in production cost. Congratulations! Now you know how to build a billion-dollar company. But I think we forget something. Are you going to build this company alone? Of course not. How do you choose your team? Let's build a rockstar team for you. Maybe you are a guy with some money and a crazy idea to start a business. Let me tell you a quite bitter secret. When it comes to building a startup, money is as valuable as the team. That's why you really need the founding team right now. Not employees, co-founders. The ones who will stick with you through thick and thin. And I like to call this a trio. The hustler. This is someone who's very skilled in sales and marketing, who knows how to convince people. He's going to be the pillar of the new venture whenever you need to raise capital, whenever you need to tell the public about your product and service, and so on. He also needs to be good with numbers because, remember, a startup is a race against running out of funds. The hacker. To build a monopoly, tech is a must. If you want your new venture to have a solid foundation, you need someone who knows your technology from inside out. Some entrepreneurs make the mistake of hiring a tech firm to build their first product or hiring a freelancer online. Don't do that, please. If you are not a tech genius, find one and convince him to jump ship with you. Otherwise, your startup is going to fail. The hippie. Most of the time, tech geniuses are terrible when it comes to aesthetics and building cool products. That's why you need a design and aesthetic addict. Everyone wants a working product, but when it looks like garbage, my friend, no one is going to use it. You need to convince a hippie to join your startup as a co-founder. Now, the business idea and the team are ready. Let's talk about fundraising. Remember what I kept saying through this video? Building a billion-dollar business is a race against running out of funds. Your business must have at least 24 months worth of expenses in your bank account. If you plan to raise venture capital funds, I recommend to start building relationships with investors from day one, not when you are about to run out of funds. Do you want more tips about finding the right investors and other startup-related stuff? Tell me in the comment section. We will talk about them in future videos. Thank you for watching to the end. Did you enjoy watching this video? Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm to promote it. I upload videos about personal finance and money on a weekly basis. If you don't want to miss any video, consider subscribing and turning all the notifications on. See you next time. Ciao.